Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Love. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Love. Drops it to Jones in the flat. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 26 and a first down. Love now. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Love. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football. Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut him down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Nike gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Albert O, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. You look at this Bronco defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Run it. Look that.
Wilson. That's complete. It's Okurobunan. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Broncos at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now it's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Tempo.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
49-yard attempt.
The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Now this aired out deep for Reed. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Love looking to throw it. Throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Returning it, here's Hamler. Able to fight through 1 tackle. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Play action this time with Love. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. To throw now. Here's Love. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now this aired out deep for Reed. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. They've got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 35.
That's good. For Denver Broncos.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
After the first quarter, with the score, Broncos 10, Packers 0.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. They'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
They go play action with Wilson. That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Wilson going to change things up here.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Pat Surtain. He's on his way. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
After their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a first down carry by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ready.
Again, it's Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Love going to give this one to Jones. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. This quick pass complete to Sutton. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10. Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now this throw caught left side. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
They're on the 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and
So
10.
first and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Maher now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on first and 10.
Ultra. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Broncos take over first and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This pass caught by Hamler. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Dancing to his left. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
Set, ready. Striker, 3-3. Set.
Final play of the half, Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Nixon now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Ready?
A second down throw for Love. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
And now here is another interception.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. He'll let this go deep for Sutton, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brett Maher on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Ready up.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
And the Packer first down.
Play fake. Here's Love. Incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Mega.
Love now. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
22 needle.
Up the middle, Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And my goodness, another interception. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it.
Got it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, and the defense is taking advantage.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the foot. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Again, it's Williams. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete. It's Okurebudan. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. On 1st down, Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing is Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Love, he's going to change the play here. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
At the 37-yard line.
Love now on second down. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 40 yards. Jordan Love ready on first down here. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
On the ball. On the ball.
First and goal, Green Bay.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Love with a give to Dillon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
Here's Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed from 13 yards out. And the Packers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Anders Carlson now for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Off the play fake, Love. And now here's another interception. There's a nice move. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gutsy call Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now 2nd and 3. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. So he had a nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw now. Here's Love. It's complete to Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
It's 2nd and inches.
2nd down. Love. We'll find Jones again. Complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Love. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Flipping left side, and he's got a man. That's Reed. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. But as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides.
Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me it's the front lines. I'm mine. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me, mine. Keep with a rip. Don't want to talk if it ain't about to dip. Made a name for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going school, I drop down. HRE wanna drive with the top down. Get me on stage, I rock out. Every day money can't break, no timeouts. Change up quick, they sign up. Tryna hit my line now. Thinking I'm come find out 1v1, you dust like a wideout. Studio been my hideout, can't shed tears, mama ain't no cry now. Gon' be gonna blind out, get in the team, gotta pass your tryouts. Yeah, booming this